first line tonight.
Yeah, I think you see Marcantoni's line was the most effective line for sure.
Yeah, what can you say about those guys and the kind of effort they had tonight?
It was really a continuation of the weekend. I thought that they were extremely effective against Hershey and Bridgeport, and then when you saw them tonight, I mean, they were just the end. They played the right way. They were really hard on pucks. They made very good puck decisions. They were able to get pucks in the offensive zone and play hard there. But the other thing too is they used their speed and they made smart puck decisions. So I thought it was that combination of their competitive level, but also how they played with the puck, and that's why they were, one of the more effective lines, probably the most effective line in the game.
Sure. You are as a guy that's been, good for you for a couple of years now, but when there are nights where he kind of shows off that offensive side, what do you think that says about him and sort of just like him as a player? He's got it in there.
Yeah, he does have it in there, and I think it was something that we saw a little bit earlier this year. It was a little bit streaky with him, and sometimes it turns into a confidence thing where he goes a little while without getting a point or score. And what happened this year was his game went down a little bit in January, so we talked a little bit, and he had to readjust, and he got scratched. And then I think he handled it really the right way. His work ethic and intensity level in practice was good. He was using that to get ready for games, and I think you see his last two games, Sunday and today, getting back in there. There's a different hunger about him too.
What do you think of Zakhoff tonight? I mean, there's been, he hasn't won in a while.
Yeah.
There's a lot of extenuating circumstances, but the fact is he hasn't won in a while.
Well, it's one of the reasons why we thought his game against Hershey was good. He didn't find a way to win it, or we didn't find a way to win it as a team. But there was a lot of good components to it, and I think when you get the player coming off of a little bit of a downtime and then an injury, that it's important for him to be able to battle. I thought tonight he really competed. He had to work on some saves, and I think it was an important game for him, one, to be able to play in, and two, to be able to get the end result that he got, having to really work for it. It wasn't like we were totally stellar in front of him. He had to make some saves, and that's good for him.